Okay, I'll be showing how I do the graveyard minute for the glitched Famicom categories of Mother. Very first thing to understand is how RNG works, and I'll go over it a step at a time, starting with the title screen. The game doesn't update any RNG until you go past this screen, so to get it to consistently load, we're just going to simply hold A after pressing start. The second thing to understand is that NPCs will affect RNG, which may be common knowledge, but this NPC here doesn't do anything luckily. And when we exit out here, we're going to be surrounded by them, so we're going to need to take a very specific pattern, or path. But if they follow that pattern that they all got, then you'll know that it's going good. Once all the NPCs are off screen, you're fine. The only other times that the RNG updates is when any menus are open and when you're in encounter zones. So let's go into the encounter zone and I'll talk about that. Also, that's the only other NPC you can mess up on so far. Anyway, I like to take this path, and I recommend that you do it if you were to follow this. So anyway, in the encounter zones, it only updates RNG per step. So if you get caught on anything, that's fine. Like if you get stuck here, that's okay. Just make sure you get around it without taking any extra steps. And now to talk about the menu. We open the menu with B, you keep holding B until it closes, and the RNG advances for like every frame that the menu is open on. And by doing that, you can consistently get it to be set the same way. But the tricky thing about the first two menus is that we open them before Ninten steps onto the tile that it's needed for, and that like doesn't update the RNG for that step, which helps set up the rest of the walk in the menus. So we'll see. The first menu will be on the bridge, or right before the bridge. The second one, that is. And you'll notice the difference shortly after. So that was quick. These are the ones at the top of this tree down here. And now the rest of them are all after stepping on the tiles, like this one right here. Now, this area is very tricky. We'll need to go through it precisely because there's a path down here that's not an encounter zone as well, and we're gonna walk straight through it, and that's gonna also help us. So go immediately down and to the right, onto this tree, down around this corner, and straight down through this path. Now we're gonna go here and here. And once you've reached this point, there should be no more encounter zone for a good while. So you're free to walk through here however you'd like, but I still prefer to take the same pattern. Going past these trees here is where the encounter zone starts again, and the next menu will be at the end of this corner. Then we go down, stop here, and on the second tree sticking out in the front, we stop there for the next menu. Then we just go over here carefully and straight up to this graveyard, or to this tombstone marker. Stop here, and now just go up and down. The room in here, all the coffins are treated like NPCs, so it will start throwing off the RNG, but the best we can do is open the menu after we get in here and go down, and it'll stop a fight with a ghost. Then we'll get Pippi, and after that, since all the RNG is messed up, we can't use any more Manip, but at least you'll be able to get the Pippi without any encounters. Ta-da!